Oh, I don't know what the fuck this is. I didn't know what the hell this game was, but you apparently punch him in the face. Okay, this is pretty cool. For those of you that haven't played, or have those of you that haven't read about Fist of the North Star, this is a game simulating... Wait, no. No, this isn't Fist of the North Star. It's a different game. I take a picture of that later. But this is a game that's sort of based off the Fist of the North Star fighting game, where basically these boxing gloves swing out and you're supposed to punch them at the time the light comes on, and stuff like that. So, playing Minecraft with the fog all the way up doesn't bother me because it's still not flatland. It's still not perfectly flatland. I've never had a Kenophobia moment in real life. The only thing that's ever triggered my Kenophobia has been Eastern Mind and LSD both. They're the only two things that have ever triggered it. Actually, no, that's not true. There's been some times I've been in Indiana where it's very dark out and it's hard to see. And in the flatlands they have there, I can't see too far sometimes, and that kind of freaked me out. So yeah, there have been some times there in Indiana, but that's it. If I'm in space, yeah. Well, no, because I can see planets in space, so it wouldn't freak me out. I actually didn't know the name of it. Somebody else pointed out for me. Pakwan Kenobi did. He looked up the term, and I didn't even know that term existed until LSD. Forests don't bother me at all, because it's trees. It did not, unfortunately, appalling spawn. Okay, this is one of the weirdest games I've ever played. You walk a dog. And I'm not really scared of the dark, no. You walk a dog in this game, I'm not fucking kidding. You literally walk a motherfucking dog. You get on the treadmill, and believe it or not, this is actually really kind of hard to do. Because you have to get on the treadmill, and you have to keep pace with the dog without wearing it out or without going too slow so that it fucking overpowers you. And the treadmill speeds up and slows down. Believe it or not. That doesn't bother me, Zerlin. Believe it or not, even though I should, I don't know, it doesn't. How many pictures do I have left? 4,722. I have about 120 pictures left. But a lot of them, then there's about 50 of those that are duplicates that I'm going to bypass. So I have probably about 60 pictures left. I still have to do the 2005 pictures, but I'm going to do those another night. And then I still have videos from Japan, which I'm going to do another night too. Well, send me all the videos you want me to watch to my inbox on YouTube, and if I don't get to them this time, then I can definitely watch them next stream. I'm only going to go through the last 60 or so tonight, yeah. I mean, it won't take long at all. Casplosion, it's interesting you should note that, because, if I remember right, real quick, oh, I didn't take a picture of it. Well, that game you talked about with the ass, it was in the arcade, and I did play it. This is another punching game. You punch the fuck out of it. This is actually a kicking game. These things right here actually stood up straight and then you kicked them, which was pretty cool. But yeah, this is a Street Fighter, a game where you're supposed to basically be whacking them all. And you whack them all, basically. And Bison looks pretty fucking evil. I don't think I did Sweeternish. I'll look at it though. Later, Deathcab. Be sure to follow and stuff so you don't miss it when I do it next time. The goal in this game is just to hit the bison heads at the bottom there. The bison heads, the blue and the red ones, and then it's just like whack 'em all, you know? Like, so you can just fucking beat the shit out of them. It's called Boonga Boonga is the game you're thinking of, Casplosion. Walking on the stairs, we were leaving. And here we were going to the Tokyo Water Science Museum, which was pretty cool. I did play some UFO catchers, but I unfortunately did not win anything. My friend, though, Andrew, was fucking godlike in him, and he won a bunch of shit. A big saw. A big motherfucking saw. Unfortunately, no Katamari arcade games. No problem, Casplosion. Later, a mutant turtle. I probably won't go back to Japan for a while because of the radiation and stuff like that. Restaurant. And a bunch of other shit. And a McDonald's, of course. This is kind of like a ritzy shopping center, so that's why it looks all like crazy and stuff like that. This is a pretty crazy tower. You might also recognize this from being in Cowboy Bebop, by the way. Because if I remember right, this is a similar structure in Cowboy Bebop in one of the episodes, but I might be wrong. It also looks like there's a big cork in the bottom of this motherfucker. Like, it looks like a big fucking cork in the bottom of this. I think I got another picture of it, yeah. I don't know why I'm taking a picture. Oh, wait, there we go. Oh, okay. I don't know why I took a picture of them. I think it's just because they fucking were wearing a big-ass fucking coat in the middle of fall. But, yeah, some of these are so old that, like, I may have taken it for a relevant reason that I can't even remember what it was back then. Yeah, it's a big fucking cork in the middle there. Tokyo Bay Court Club. Party Tokyo Bay Wedding Village. Notice how it's all in English. Trees. Oh yeah, they had a lot of manhole covers in Japan that were decorated really crazily like this. Like, all of them had unique designs. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, here we're going on this big-ass bridge. This thing is fucking huge. And there's Shell. And here's the water museum. But I think... Oh, okay, no way. So this is just basically a bunch of water stuff. It shows a bunch of water stuff. English is very prevalent in Japan, the same way that Spanish is very prevalent in California. It's just, it's so many English businesses and so many English people visit Japan that it's like sort of a, you know, it's sort of like a second language there. English basically is. It was right about 2 weeks before Halloween in October, yeah. So here the reason why I said duplicates is because I wanted to make my desktop background bubbles and stuff like that from the water museum. So wait, what are you talking about? 1, 2. Where was Kenophobia at? I don't know where you were talking about. This? This wouldn't freak me out, Kenophobia, at all. Not even close. There's too much shit around. The wheel in the fucking thing, the posts, the bridge, the buildings, and yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. When I say Kenophobia, it would literally have to be like this. If there's like a bush in the field, it fucking kills it. Like, literally, like, if this blackness right here, let's just do like brown, like the color of sand or whatever. If this is like, oh, sucked a dick there. Oh, it's still not filling. Okay, so like this right here. What the fuck is this bullshit? Oh my god, I hate new paint. So fucking stupid. There. Now, done. I don't want to dip with that anymore. Now this would freak me out if I saw this in real life. If I was just on a flat expanse and it was just blue sky. That's it. Now, if there was one fucking tree here. If there's a fucking tree here. It's my great tree. Very good. Here's the fucking tree. Instantly kills the feeling of Kenophobia. Done. That's all it fucking takes, is that one tree. That would be it. That would immediately kill. Nothing. I didn't save the paint file, actually. Yeah, there's literally like nothing like that in the real world. And so these are all pictures of bubbles. Like, literally, the next fucking 40 pictures are bubbles. So this is why I said the duplicates. And there's a bunch of stuff. More bubbles. These look kind of cool, but yeah, more bubbles. I wasn't aware of it that much before LSD. I had an idea that it freaked me out, but I didn't have a name for it. So here's 44. I'm not really sure what this is for. This is a water tank thingy. The only real cool one was this. This was actually pretty cool. You whistled into it, and it made the water move and stuff like that with the wavelength that you did it on. the very fact that you were on an island in the middle of the ocean would not cause kenophobia, because the island would be the thing that breaks the kenophobia. Now, if I was in the middle of the ocean with nothing around me, except for literally the ocean and no mountains or land as far as I could see, that would definitely trigger kenophobia. The Scott Pilgrim movie didn't trigger it with the desert bit because, as far as I can remember, there was dust blowing around. Believe it or not, something as little as dust is all it takes to kill that feeling. That if there's dust around and stuff like that, that makes structure and cracks and all that stuff, later Jululu, that would be all it would take.